What's up everyone, welcome back to AZ Trading. Today is the 13th of July and we have two examples that were on the Monday and the Tuesday. And on the Monday we had a bullish RMR example and on Tuesday we had a bearish one. So the pattern we look for, we call it the RMR because for the R it stands for a raid, then market structure shift, and then a return, and we participate on that return. So I'm just going to run through these quite quickly. So on the Monday, what do we see? So over here we had some lows, so as it broke those lows we call that the raid. So I just have a little template I draw out here. So this is like a guideline of what the RMR should look like, and in price this is what we see. So as it breaks that low we call that the raid. Next thing we look for is the shift, so it has to break a previous high. So this is the high that it broke, we call that the market structure shift. And then we look for a return, which is in this gap over here, and that's where we participate and we place a long. So that's where we've placed our order. So we have our stop at the bottom of the rated swing, which is always controlled, and we have objectives above. So for my trade, I was looking for this big gap to be filled, as well as this Monday gap over here. So I've placed my long order there, and as price runs, they print another 1 minute gap, and that's where I place an additional long order just to pyramid my position. So as price moves on and we reach my first partial area, so I take off my partial and I let the rest run, and as I do so I reduce my stop loss to break even, just to reduce the amount of risk. I let the trade run and I get stopped at my break even level. Okay, so if you're interested, that's the account history. But yep, that was just one partial we took off and we let the rest run to break even. So this is a clean setup for a bullish example, however it didn't reach our final objectives. The next example is actually very clean. So right here I have a short RMR template. So we have a high that was formed on Monday, we call that the raid as it reached that area. Next thing we look for is a market structure shift, so it has to break any previous swing lows. So breaking this low here, breaking that low here, so that will be the market structure shift, and then we wait for a return. On the 5 minute chart we have a clean gap printed right there, and as it returned to that 5 minute gap you can participate as a short position with your stop at the high of the raid and objectives below. In this case you have swing lows here and a swing low there, which is where liquidity rests. And as you can see, if you placed a short position there, you'd have very minimal drawdown and price would move quite quickly to your objectives. So why didn't I participate on this move? It was very clean, I was watching it live, but the main reason is I had a limit order placed near the upper side of the gap over here, and price didn't manage to reach that area. Of course, the most common way we use the return is through a gap. However, you're not limited to only using a gap to return on. You can use a order block, for example. Anywhere within this order block you can place a short, as well as using a fib. So if you drew a fib from the top of the raid to the bottom of the shift and extend that out, anywhere above the 50% level would be a premium in price. So anywhere within here would be a premium, and you could place a short anywhere within there. But overall you can see that this is a very clean bearish RMR example. You can tell that the template for the RMR and price itself, you can spot some similarities, and seeing the RMR happen over and over again, back testing it and seeing it all the time, you'll get more comfortable seeing it happen live and being able to execute before it's happened rather than after it's already happened is essentially the goal. So I'll leave it at that. Pretty quick video today. Two cleanish setups for the RMR, one bullish example and one bearish example. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment. I'll get back to each and every one of you. And as always, take care. Peace.